All right, let's jump right in. Picture this. It's 1942. The entire world is engulfed in war. And right here, in India, which is still under British rule, something huge is brewing. A massive movement for independence is taking hold, and we're about to see how one single family gets swept up right in the middle of it all.
You know, it's a simple idea, but it's really the core of this whole story. It makes you ask yourself, what am I willing to risk for what I truly believe in? And that's exactly the question the Narayanpur incident forces everyone to face.
So, let's meet the family at the heart of this. Their father, he's already been put in jail for his beliefs. So that leaves the mother, Amma, and her kids, Mohan, Babu, and Manju, to face what's coming. And what's coming is the massive Quit India movement. And it's about to land right on their doorstep in the small town of Narayanpur.
Okay, so our story kicks off with the two youngest kids, Babu and Manju. Their big brother Mohan, he's taking them to some kind of procession. But here's the thing, this isn't your typical protest. You can just feel it. There's this strange, almost electric energy in the air.
But what's really strange is the sound, or actually the lack of it. I mean, can you imagine a protest march with zero chanting? No calls to action, nothing? The students leading this thing were told to be absolutely silent.
And this wasn't about trying to stay under the radar. Nope. This was a statement. The silence was the message. A really powerful, dignified act of defiance that was honestly kind of eerie, but also incredibly brave.
The only sound you could hear was the shuffle of hundreds of feet, all marching toward the collector's office, the local headquarters of British power. It was the sound of a quiet but completely unstoppable determination.
And this really puts the stakes into perspective. Mohan tells his little brother and sister that they're there to give a notice to the collector. A notice telling him and the entire British Empire to quit India. They're not just students anymore. In the eyes of the government, they're the enemy. That silent protest? Well, that was just the warm-up. The real danger for the family starts later that night, with a knock on the door and the arrival of a heavy and very mysterious package. So, Suman, one of Mohan's friends from the movement, shows up carrying this big, bulky thing wrapped in newspaper. They rush it inside and hide it in the puja room, which is the most sacred private spot in the whole house. The tension is just thick. What could possibly be so important and so dangerous? They'd have to hide it there.
And there it is. The secret's out. It's a cyclostyling machine. Now, you might be thinking, what on earth is that? Well, just think of it like a photocopier from the 1940s. It was a game changer for activists. They could use it to print tons of pamphlets with messages from leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, spreading the word about independence. But to the British, oh, this thing was basically a weapon. Just having one in your house was illegal. It could get you thrown in jail, no questions asked.
So now, with this illegal machine stashed in their home, the family is on edge. Mohan puts Babu and Manju on lookout duty. Their job is to listen for any sign of trouble. And well, trouble was right around the corner.
Then another knock, but this time it's a policeman, and not just any cop. It's Patil, a guy who knows their family, a friend of their father who's in prison. And this is where the story's real conflict just explodes.
But Patil isn't there to make an arrest. He's there with a warning. He tells Amma he overheard the British officers, the Sahibs, talking. They know someone has a cyclostyling machine, and they're planning to raid their house tonight.
Mohan's reaction is instant. He's just furious. All he sees is the uniform, not the man. To him, any Indian working as a policeman is a traitor, a spy for the British. He can't believe his mother is even listening to him.
So this is it, the big question. What do you do? The cops are coming. A policeman is standing right there in your house, saying he wants to help. Is he really a friend risking his own skin to save you? Or is this all just a clever trap to catch you red-handed? In this moment of unbelievable pressure, with her son boiling over with distrust, Amma has to make a call, and she makes a really brave one. She decides to trust Patil. And this conversation, it's everything. Mohan is furious with his mom, but Patil's response just cuts right through it all. He reminds them that he's their father's friend, and more importantly, that he's just as loyal to India as they are. It's this powerful moment that convinces Amma she made the right call.
Okay, the decision is made. And just like that, they explode into action. Amma sends for Suman, Mohan dives into the puja room and hauls out that heavy machine, and then comes this incredible moment of trust. He hands the evidence, the one thing that could send them all to prison, straight to the policeman. And then, poof,
Patel and Suman vanish into the night, taking the machine with them to safety.
The machine is gone. For just a split second, the house is quiet. And then, a loud, demanding knock on the door. This isn't a friend. This is the raid. Their plan worked, with literally no time to spare.
Now, with the evidence out of the house, the family has to play it cool. They have to face the authorities head-on and pretend they have absolutely nothing to hide.
So, as the story ends, the family is all standing together, steeling themselves for the search. They risked it all by trusting a man in the enemy's uniform, and in this small, crucial battle, in their own home, they won.
And that's really why this story is so important. This one family's act of defiance, that silent march, hiding that secret machine, it's a mirror of the very real courage shown by millions of people all over India. These were just regular folks who became freedom fighters right in their own living rooms, taking unbelievable risks for the dream of an independent nation.
Which, of course, brings us all the way back to that first question. The Narayanpur incident is a powerful reminder that history isn't just about big battles. It's also about quiet acts of courage, about impossible choices made in the middle of the night, and about ordinary people deciding that some risks are absolutely worth taking.